But did you hear that Tesla has recalled 500,000 cars over safety issues? There must be a battery problem. They're going to catch on fire or something like that.
Relax. It's not the battery.
Then it must be the full self-driving system. Oh my gosh, the cars are going to be smashing into bricks.
No, it's not.
Listen to me, people. You got to tell them Tesla is people.
Silent Green is people!
What are you talking about? It's just the front latches and the backup cameras.
Huh? But I thought...
If you actually read the 2 3-page reports that cover these 2 recalls, you can very quickly pick out what they're about and how serious they are.
What, there's reports?
Yeah, let's look at the bigger of the 2 recalls here. It says 356,309 Model 3s affected. Now, well, right here at the top of the first page, in plain English, under description of defect, the Model 3 trunk harness is equipped with a solid core coaxial cable that provides the rear view camera feed for visibility on the center display. Over time, repeated opening and closing of the trunk lid may cause excessive wear to the coaxial cable. If the wear causes the core of the coaxial cable to separate, the rear view camera feed is not visible on the center display. There. Now we know what that one is.
Okay, so what could happen?
Well, let's read the description of the safety risk. Unavailability of the rear view camera display may affect the driver's rear view and increase the risk of a collision. If there is a loss of rear view camera display, the driver can continue to operate the vehicle by performing a shoulder check and using their mirrors when backing, just like in the old days.
So it's not exactly the safety issue that people are making it out to be.
No.
Because, I mean, what is NHTSA going to, like, put out a safety bulletin? All cars made between the years 1885 and 2007 have a serious safety flaw. These vehicles were not manufactured with backup cameras installed. All drivers using these vehicles should use caution and continue to use the shiny metal things or their heads to look backwards when appropriate.
The shiny metal things. Oh, meaning the mirrors.
Yeah. Okay, so the backup camera, basically the cable gets destroyed on some cars and you can't.
By the way, they figured that out, and in 2021 they stopped doing it that way.
Okay, but 300,000 cars, I mean, how are they going to fix that?
Okay, well, let's scroll down to page 3 of 3. Honestly, this isn't hard. Description of remedy program. Tesla service will inspect the trunk harness on affected vehicles for wear. If wear is determined to be within specifications for the coaxial cable, Tesla service will equip the harness with a guide protector to ensure a sufficient radius when the harness holds in a closed trunk state and prevent further wear. If wear is determined to be beyond the specifications for the coaxial cable, Tesla service will install a new harness and guide protector. Customers who paid to replace or service the trunk harness for this condition prior to the recall notification may be eligible for reimbursement per Tesla's general recall reimbursement plan. And Tesla estimates that this affects an estimated 1% of Model 3 owners, which is about 3,500 owners of those 350,000 cars.
But what about the rest of the nearly 500,000?
Same form, different car. Again, right there on the first page, description of the non-compliance. The secondary frunk latch actuates into position at the back of the frunk striker. On some Model S vehicles, the latch assembly may be aligned too far rearward. While this alignment does not impact latching of the primary latch with the frunk striker, it may prevent latching of the secondary latch. And tilt your eyeballs down just a little further. Description of the safety risk. If the primary latch is inadvertently released and the secondary latch is not engaged, the frunk may open without warning and obstruct the driver's visibility, increasing the risk of a crash. Except that you can't release the primary latch while you're driving, and as they say in the report, identification of any warning that can occur. If the primary latch is inadvertently released, the driver will receive an alert on the user interface.
Okay, so the only time that this could be an issue is if you accidentally tap the screen to open the frunk in park and then put it in drive and then drove off and you ignored the warning that says and you're like, what? Your frunk is open. And so you would probably stop and close it before you peeled out of there.
Or if the primary latch failed, which is also unlikely.
But the news doesn't stop there, Zach. News reports coming in from China. Over 200,000 Teslas being recalled for collision risk.
Right, because they're the same cars with the same mild safety defect, and Tesla will be fixing it in basically the same way as in the US. By the way, like I said, all 2021 Teslas have a differently designed trunk harness, and this solves the problem. But this is like almost anything. If you ignore the media hype, go straight to the source, and apply some basic critical thinking skills, you're gonna know almost exactly what's going on.
Yeah, but this NHTSA report thing, this 3-page document, is so much less exciting than these news headlines.
And that's because this is a completely boring story. The only way to make this exciting is to withhold the truth from you and only feed you the bits that sound exciting on their own. Nearly 500,000, although the real number is more like 20,000, Teslas recalled for pretty minor or otherwise unlikely safety issues.
So, seriously, that's it?
Yep. But I can almost bet that someone in your life thought they'd do you a favor and send you this insightful article because they thought it was important. Why? Because they don't like that you tell them about this Tesla stuff and they don't want to be forced to reconsider their position. So they thought this article would make you go away and shut up about this Tesla stuff.
They're encountering cognitive dissonance, and this story was a perfect narrative for them to show Tesla bad, see? But that's what we do on this show. We get to the heart of the truth and show it to you.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching Now You Know Clips. You can watch full episodes of Tesla Time News on Mondays and in-depths on Fridays. Just click the link down below to head over to the Now You Know channel.